Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Sam. So this is going to be a reading for the 12 signs of the zodiac for the week of June 9. Aries to Pisces, starting with Aries. Okay, so what is going to be the energy for this week for the sign of Aries? One card that I will then clarify for my Aries. What is the energy for the week for the sign of Aries? What do you want them to know? For the sign of Aries, what do you want them to know? Okay, please hear it. We have the Page of Cups. Interesting. Temperance at the bottom of the deck. Okay, definitely a desire. We have Temperance at the bottom of the deck, which is, I would say, your subconscious. So your subconscious wants to not necessarily communicate, but to offer reciprocity in a situation, whatever it resonates for you. It could be work, it could be a friendship, it could be love, it could be just a conflict that you want to resolve, and your subconscious wants to resolve it. But then on the top we have the Four of Pentacles, which usually signifies wanting to keep things not just secret, but keeping them close to your heart, not disclosing what you might consider to be maybe significant informations, knowledge, feelings, whatsoever. We have the strength, so strong resistance in communication, because the Page of Cups is a form of communicate some feelings. It could be, again, love, regrets, friendship, desire of some sort. I'm going to clarify, why do we have the Page of Cups as the energy for the Aries for this week? Okay, we have the Tower. I didn't show you the card. Sometimes they're naked and you get flagged by YouTube, so I don't always show them. But we have the Tower. What else? The Moon. Something, there's a secret that you want either to talk on. Aries, King of Cups. Yeah, oh my God. Maybe we have an Aries that wants to express feelings. Maybe it's you, Aries, maybe that's crossed, and you have someone in your energy that wants to express feelings towards you. We have the Justice. Libra energy. By the way, Taurus is Scorpio and King of Cups is also Scorpio. And the King of Cups fell in reverse. So that could be significant for someone. There's a desire to balance things out in a situation. So maybe some sort of resolution. It could be love, could be work, could be friendship. But there's a strong desire for balance. I'm just going to clarify with this deck. I'm not going to put it on the table because I make the phone move. What else for the Aries this week? What else? Too many cards, but what are they? Judgment, Chariot, Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is you, Aries, normally. And Judgment and Chariot. With a Nine of Pentacles. There is Ace of Cups. There is definitely a situation, and I want to say it might be related to love, that you want to find a resolution in, and you want to do it quickly, and you feel like if you don't do it quickly, there's going to be some sort of judgment. Again, it could be about you, Aries. Take it as it resonates. This is the energy for the week. I'm trying not to make those too long, because otherwise I will take too much time for each sign, and that's not what we're trying to do today. Stop moving the phone, Sam. Okay, now I'm gonna go with Taurus. What is the energy for the sign of Taurus this week? We have the Ace of Pentacles. I want it to fall. Okay, that fell. I actually put it on the table. Ace of Pentacles. New beginning in some form of commitment. So I don't know why I feel like someone is moving, like a new house. Maybe someone signed a lease, maybe you're about to sign a lease, or you're gonna find someone might be looking for houses, apartment, and you probably just found the perfect fit for you. Take it as it resonates. Also, there could have been a proposal, something regarding commitment and layering the foundation of someone maybe a pregnancy, of something that's going to be very long lasting. So this week there's an energy of new, okay, it could be new house, engagement, or pregnancy. Something very long lasting and very important to you. What else do we have? Why the Ace of Pentacles? Can you clarify? Why the Ace of Pentacles? Of course. Five of Swords. It fell on the ground, and when I cut it in reverse, so I don't necessarily know if it's in reverse. I don't feel like it's in reverse. I do feel like maybe this new beginning that you just had in your life, you had to fight for it. You had to... there's a sense of pride because you really worked hard to achieve this goal, whatever that is. What else do we have? What else do we have for Taurus? Ten of Cups. Definitely something regarding maybe a wedding, regarding your life, some sort of commitment that finally makes you happy. Maybe the fight that you had, because this Five of Swords that I see here, I see other characters leaving. You had to fight in a way. I'm not gonna say that dating is a fight, but in this day and age, the dating world is definitely a battlefield. And maybe you had to kiss all the frogs and you finally find your prince. The gender is not really relevant in this metaphor. Even if you're a guy, maybe you could consider dating a lot of girls as kissing frogs to find your princess. All that to say that. Sam, but yeah, maybe it's related also to love. You had to, again, kiss a lot of frogs to find the person that would be the perfect fit. And there's a sense of pride that you finally did it with the Ten of Cups, and you're, yeah, maybe you're moving in together with someone. The Fool, new beginnings. Okay, very interesting. One last card for the Taurus for this week. That's good, Taurus. It's a good reading. Queen of Cups. Yeah. Cancer energy, the Magician, Virgo energy at the bottom of the deck. With the Queen of Cups, I definitely feel like you're being, take it as it resonates, but you're being loved in a way that you've never been loved before. There's some form of emotional healing, because you probably suffered a lot before, and whatever you just entered in as, it didn't heal, because I feel like you healed before and that's how you were able to get this, but it just solidified the healing, the emotional healing that you've done on your own, to be in some sort of connection that just fulfill you emotionally. Okay, Cancer. I'm gonna go to Cancer, and Queen of Cups is Cancer, but okay, Taurus, that was a very good reading. Congrats. Keep on giving me these types of reading. I love them. I wish I had Taurus in my chart so I could claim some of this, but I don't. I think it's the only sign that I don't have. Okay, Cancer. What is the energy this week for the sign of Cancer? Why is my voice like this? Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Cancer, you're very focused on your work, on your investment. Like, I don't know why this card, I think about gardening, maybe someone is gardening, but yeah, starting planting the seeds, starting to you're planting the seed now in order to be sure that the harvest is going to be good. Not just planting the seed, but like taking the time to fertilize the seeds you've planted. I don't know if what I'm saying is clear right now, but yeah, you're being very meticulous in how you're taking care of your plants because you're focusing on your harvest. Was that clear? It was to me. Okay, we're gonna clarify. We have the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It's like you're leaving everything behind. We do have a Nine of Swords, sorry. So there might be a bit of worry, but you're kind of leaving it behind. You're like, my focus is on those crops. I'm working on my crops and I'm leaving everything that isn't related to my harvest and my new beginning or my happiness or my fulfillment behind. The focus is on the crops and nothing else. Can we clarify the Seven of Pentacles for the Cancer? Why Seven of Pentacles for the Cancer? Can we clarify, please? Well, two fell. The Sun and the King of Cups in reverse. You feel like you do not have luck or happiness in love. I want to keep them in reverse because the way they fell, it's not... Yeah, I'm gonna keep them like that. King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You want commitment, but you don't really believe in it anymore. You don't really believe in balance. You do want it though. You hide it, but you do want it. What you keep close to your heart is the Six of Pentacles, Six of Wands, sorry. Success and victory, strength, a lot of Leo energy with the King of Wands. We have an Ace of Cups and a Page of Cups. You want love and romance, but you feel like you've been unsuccessful in those departments. Therefore, your focus is on your crops. And yeah, for now, any lovers or any suitors feels like, I don't know why, it feels like danger to you. Not danger, but unhappiness, a source of worry. What else do we have for the Cancer? Can you clarify a bit the situation? Sorry, I received a comment. Queen of Cups in reverse. Ooh, King and Queen of Cups in reverse. And the Sun. Oh, my nails. Queen of Cups is you, Cancer, normally. The fact that it fell in reverse, it also signifies that not only you're not ready at this time to invest in the cups, you just want to invest in the pentacles, your money, your stability, your work maybe. But the Queen of Cups in reverse, to me, it signifies that it's also very pretty unnatural for you to not be about emotions. Cancer, they're the cardinal signs of water. Water runs the emotion. Water runs, you see. Sam, shut up. But water signs do run the emotions, and the fact that you're blocking them, it's very natural to you. But I do feel like at this time it might be needed for you to repress your emotions, to be hyper focused on your goals. So if that's what you need to do, Cancer, for now, for this week, because it's just a weekly reading, keep on doing so. Think like you need to protect yourself at this time in order to not lose yourself entirely, because sometimes people are just closed off to everything and they don't even invest in their own self, in their futures, in their careers, in their stability. But you're doing it, so in a way, in your, I'm not gonna use the word depression, but in your depressive mood, you find a way to be proactive and efficient. So I can only congratulate you for that. Okay, then we have Gemini. What is the energy for this week, June 9, for the sign of Gemini? What is the energy for the sign of Gemini? You keep falling on the ground. We have the Emperor. It did fall in reverse, but then again, they fell on the ground. But what do I feel? I do feel like it's supposed to be in reverse, Gemini. I'm sorry. Emperor in reverse. Yeah, Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There's definitely an emperor or someone that you consider to be an emperor. By that, there could be like a crush, like someone that you put on a pedestal though. I feel like it's very important to say that you're the one that putting them on a pedestal. Maybe they're not as good as you think they are, Sorry, but I felt like this was important to say. With the moon, we have strong Pisces and a bit of Cancer. Oh my God. We have strong Pisces and a bit of Cancer. It's someone that's hurting you though. We have at the bottom of the deck a Knight of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and Nine of Swords. It's someone that keeps on leaving you in the cold, and by that I mean they could be completely unresponsive at some times and not communicate with you, and it keeps you wondering and keeps you anxious and stressing about the situation, because to you they represent some form of not perfection, but I don't know. Can we clarify this Emperor in reverse for the Gemini before I say something I shouldn't? No, too many cards. Why the Emperor in reverse for the Gemini? I did Cancer before Gemini. I'm sorry. Yes, it's not that. Sorry. The Sun in reverse. Yeah, I inversed Cancer and Gemini. Sorry again. Some focus, Lord. Why the situation for the Gemini, please? Why the situation for the Gemini? The Tower and the Devil. I don't like whoever is in your mind this week, because I feel like this person is in your mind and nowhere else. They're not really present in your life, but they're very present in every single thought that you have. They represent the Tower because in some ways I feel like they not play on your insecurities, but they give you more insecurities or exacerbate the insecurities that you already have. And because of that, this person is not good for you. What else do we have? Okay. One last card. Yeah, Four of Swords in reverse. You have to get out. I don't even want to say you have to get out of this situation, because I feel like there's not really a situation to get out of. But you have to get out of how depressed and doubtful and miserable this situation makes you feel. It makes you feel like you're not worthy of whatever they're supposed to provide to you. Either it could be love, friendship, any form of trust, but they're not providing that to you, and it's kind of putting you in a mental state where you feel like you don't deserve it to begin with. So that's why they're not doing it, when it's not the case. They have their own issues. They might be emotionally unavailable, and because of that, you're putting that hurt or that worry onto yourself. But it's just I don't know if you hear the siren. I feel like it's significant, but it's just not a you problem, but a them problem. It's not you. Not that you don't have the certain things to resolve. Obviously, we all do, but in that specific case, they're the problem, not you, Gemini. So sort it out. Push them out of your life. If someone is making you feel depressed, they're not good for you. It's just that simple. Then we have Leo. Technically, then we have Cancer, but I didn't inverse them. Then we have Leo. Okay, for the week of June 9, what is the reading? What is the energy for the sign of Leos? For the sign 1919 on the timer, which is, oh my God, which is the sun, which is Leo. Full, new beginnings. Very good, Leos. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Again, we had that for Aries, I guess. There is, we had that for Taurus, sorry. There is some form of new beginning. Again, I feel like there could be a pregnancy. With the 1919 that I saw on the clock, like something, a new beginning that's going to make you very happy. And what could make you more happy than a new life? Well, even if sometimes the condition could be like complicated, I feel like a new life is always a source or a reason for happiness. Can we clarify, why do we have the Fool for my Leos for this week? Maybe you're gonna find out that you're pregnant or give birth this week. Oof, the Nine of Pentacles just flew. Yeah, again, definitely a pregnancy. Ace of Wands. I don't know why. Maybe someone is having a boy. Yeah, we have the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, which is she's the Divine Feminine. She's the High Priestess. Obviously, I just said it, but she represents the maternal figure in many ways. Yep. Okay, what else do we have? I just have pregnancy, and of course, if you're a man, maybe your significant other is telling you that they're being pregnant. Maybe you tried a lot, like the Page of Swords is tend to be the student, is very meticulous, very observant. Maybe I feel like someone had to observe their cycle again and again and again, making sure that they would find the right window of I don't know, ovulation in order to get pregnant. So I feel like you tried and you finally had success in that department. I'm talking about pregnancy. It could be a project, it could be a new work, it could be something like that, but I do feel with the Magician is something that you worked really hard towards. But yeah, I do feel like it could be a new life, but new life can signify a lot of things, right? One last card. Why the Fool for my Leos? Why the Fool for my Leos? We have the Eight of Wands. The Nine of Cups again. Wish fulfillments. We have two nines. 9 months. It's very strong here. I don't know why I'm fixated on the pregnancy. With the Eight of Wands speaks of taking action, but I don't really get this card over here, so I'm going to take another deck to verify. Why the Eight of Wands for the Leos for this new beginning? Why the Eight of Wands? Why the Eight of Wands? The Two of Swords. Okay, take it as it resonates, but whatever new beginning you just had, it allowed a situation that was kind of stuck in indecision to take action. So let's say maybe you are in a commitment, a relationship with someone, and things were kind of stuck for sometimes. This pregnancy, if I'm really seeing a pregnancy, take it as it resonates. Of course, it's not going to be the same story for all the Leos. But if there was kind of a stuck, of course, if there was some type of stuck period, he's going to do it again. In a relationship, this news of new beginning is going to allow things to go maybe a little further. Maybe it's gonna allow you two to move in together, have some type of commitment, buy a house, apartment together. It's gonna allow actions to take place because of this whatever it is, new beginning that you just found yourself into. And it's most specifically will allow you to get out of some sort of indecision, stuck period in your connections. That was kind of weird. I don't know how to explain it, but that was kind of weird. Okay, then we're gonna go to the Virgos. What is going to be the energy for the week, June 9th to, I guess, June 16th? For the sign of Virgos, we have the King of Pentacles, which, seriously, which could be Taurus, also this cat. It can be Taurus, can be Capricorn, and he's gonna do it again. No, I didn't. Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Sorry. Refocus because il m'a perturbé. We have the Magician at the bottom of the deck, which is you, Virgo. King of Pentacles, I feel like things are getting back on track. You're being very meticulous, very organized, very disciplined, very much in control of whatever you are facing right now. Could be a new job also. But yeah, very confident, very charismatic, getting out of a period where you weren't, where you kind of were stuck in procrastination, stuck in boredom, feeling bored. Stuck in boredom, feeling bored. Yeah, exactly, Sam. Why the King of Pentacles for the sign of Virgo this week? Why the King of Pentacles? Can you help me clarify? Do we have the Magician? The Magician again. He was at the bottom of the deck and I shuffled and he came back. Very much in control, very much in your energy. 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I feel like it came out after a long period of sorrow. So it could be sorrow after the end of a connection. Maybe you left an old job and you just find a new one. Maybe you left a relationship and you were for a long time in limbo because of it, and now you feel again like, hey, I'm the Magician, I'm in control of my own destiny and I can do whatever the hell I want because I have the ability to do so. And now you find yourself back in your energy of control and excellence, like the Virgos. Just an example, Beyonce is a Virgo. She's always the example that I take when I want to explain how the Virgos are. They can be very meticulous, very they have like a work ethic like no one else. Well, Capricorns also, but yeah, of the earth sign, the Virgos, they're very, very much capable. To me, they represent capabilities. So you realized again that, hey, I am very, very capable of mastering my craft or being in control of my life, and I need to get back in this energy and not the energy of sorrow that I was previously in. So this is going to be very strong for you this week, Virgos. Congrats. 2 more cards. Why the King of Pentacles for the Virgos? Yes, King of Cups. I feel like you're also, just by the way, we have Taurus, Virgo, and Scorpio energy on the table. And with Hierophant, we have double Taurus. It speaks of commitment with the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, King of Swords. You probably do have a new job. It could be tied to some form of communication or where your communication is going to be your strong suit. And it's something that with this commitment that you're finally gonna stay in. Maybe you had struggle finding a company or place of work where you could really fit in, where your skills could be, not where your skills could fit in, but your skills could be best employed, and now you found that and you committed to it. This is a new form of stability. And yeah, you're very happy about it. It helped you settle your emotion in some ways with this King of Cups. Like you're very much more in control of your emotions. The sun fell on the ground. Yeah. You got your happiness back. But more so than your happiness, because it did fall, I didn't cut it, it didn't fall on the table. Happiness is gonna come, but the most important is that you find your control back, which I feel like Virgo are also control freak. I feel like for you it was very important to be in control again, and you are. So congrats. One last card for my Virgos. Ooh, seriously, it flew and went under my couch. You see my butt? No. Sorry. The sun. Oh my God. She wanted to fall. Happiness is gonna come. Tarot is crazy sometimes. It fell on the ground. I put it again. I shuffled and it came back. She was like, no, bitch. I was sorry. She was like, no, bitch. I'm supposed to be here. Okay, sorry. It's a little dark over here. So I'm just gonna light a little more before doing Libra. I'm stressed, guys. I wouldn't like to do Libra's readings. Is it gonna be enough? No, it ain't. Okay. Well, could be better. Could be worse. Okay, so now we have Libras. Sam. Libras. What is gonna be the energy for the Libras this week? Wheel of Fortune. You didn't want it to fall in reverse. Do I keep it in reverse? I'm gonna keep it in reverse. Don't. Well, I'm gonna clarify. I don't like doing Libras because it's my sun sign, and I feel some type of way when reading about my sun sign. Wheel of Fortune, because I don't know if I'm just channeling my. Sam, you know what? Just shut up. Why the Wheel of Fortune for the Libras? The Tower. That's why I don't like it. Wheel of Fortune speaks of destiny, of faith, something that was supposed to happen and you couldn't have stopped. Especially when it's paired with the Tower, it's going to be disruptive. You are not expecting it, but you cannot avoid it. Yeah, that's a very light-hearted energy for the week. Perfect. What else do we have? What else do we have for the Libras this week, June 9? 10 of Wands, guys. That's why 10 of Wands speaks of feeling overwhelmed, burdened. Ooh, burdened about something. Oh, I didn't like that I said buried. Yeah, feeling overwhelmed, burdened, kind of. It's the energy of being in, how do you call it? Not mental breakdown, but burnout. Burned out. What else do we have that is so great? All this positive energy. The Seven of Wands wanted to fall. There's a situation where you will have to fight, defend yourself, but it's something that's gonna be very disruptive because it's gonna leave you burdened. What else do we have for the Libras? I feel like you're gonna learn something that you're not gonna like, that is gonna wreck you. Ace of Cups. New love. But at the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords. Yeah. Three of Wands. The Empress. Oh my God. I feel like you... Ace of Wands. Six of Swords. You're gonna learn about the situation, about something, and you're not gonna like this information. Could be related to love with this Ace of Cups. Could be... To me, it's like finding out your ex is like getting married, or I don't know, starting a family or something, and you're like, but I don't feel like it would be something so, like, of course, learning about that could be annoying for most. I feel like normally you should be okay, and normally you should be, not saying you should be over a situation, but to find out something like that shouldn't disrupt you the way whatever you're gonna find out this week is gonna disrupt you. Normally, like, it hurts always, you know. Well, it depends, not always, it depends how you ended up things, but yeah, it stings. But no, you're gonna find something that's worse than that. Can I should I clarify? Do we need to know more? Isn't it enough? Isn't it enough already? Oh. Seven of Cups. Can you clarify for the Libras? And I get out of this because I already don't like it. Can you clarify the situation for the Libras, please? Two of Cups. Ooh. Two of Cups is union. Two of Cups is union, and okay. Seven of Wands. Some type of fight. And Ten of Wands again. Death. Okay, finally take it as it resonates, but oh my god, I just realized the way the Ten of Wands is sitting next to the Wheel of Fortune. 10-10. Yeah, maybe a situation is gonna come in your life as a Tower. It's gonna leave you burdened because you're not gonna know how to act upon it. The Seven of Wands, it speaks about fighting. Maybe it's something that you will have to fight for, or you had fight for, and now it's coming back into your life and you don't know what to do. Maybe it's something that you had lost hope on, or not interest but focus on, and now it coming back into your life is gonna be a Tower because you don't know what you gotta do. And maybe the Eight of Swords that I saw earlier is you like being undecisive about what decision to make or which direction to go. You know what, I'm gonna stop it here. That's why I hate doing Libras. I'm sorry if any Libra is watching this. It's not against you guys, it's against us. It's against me. Okay, Sam, just shut up. Shut up. And now we're gonna go to Scorpios. What is the energy for my Scorpios this week? What is the energy for my Scorpios this week for the week of, you know what, I'm gonna shuffle them again to remove all of this. Libra energy out of it. And I didn't even put them correctly back in the deck. Obviously, some. Are they all upright? Yep. Sorry, I was gonna say. I do call my cat the N-word. It's a joke that we have. I say we. I don't really think it's part of the joke, but I decided that it was. Sometimes I put Jay-Z and Kanye, niggas in Paris, and I just dance with them against as well. Yeah. What can I say? I don't know. I don't even know where I'm sharing that. Okay, Sam. We shuffle. For the Scorpios, what is the energy for the Scorpios this week? What is going to be the energy June 9 to June 16 for the sign of Scorpios? 10 of Cups. Yes, Scorpios, make things better. 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. You're going Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Take it as it resonates, but I feel like someone left something very, not just unsuccessful, but that this guy's driving me nuts. Someone left something behind, some situation behind that they were unhappy in, and they moved toward their Ten of Cups, their happiness, their happily ever after, their family, their love. Yeah. Can you clarify the Ten of Cups? Page of Cups. A lot of cups, a lot of feeling, a lot of love. What else do we have? King of Pentacles. Yeah, someone is definitely doing like a love offer, and not just like a trivial love offer. The King of Pentacles, he does represent Taurus, does represent commitment. He's the fixed sign of the earth sign. Like earth sign, earth, very grounded, very loyal, very fixed. And yeah, King of Pentacles, commitment. He's the husband, the provider, the master in some way. And by master, I mean someone that is responsible, that knows their shit and can handle them. And I feel like you're going to receive some form of love offer from someone that represents those attributes, qualities, no matter the gender. It's not really relevant. Take it as resonate. What else do we have? Other than the possessed cat, what else do we have? For, I want to say Taurus, yeah, it's because the King of Pentacles, but maybe it's significant for you. We have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, the Knight of Swords is definitely, well, all the knights are characters of actions, but someone is coming towards you like very determined to tell you some type of truth, or to give you some type of information. And what is funny is that they start as a Page of Cups. We have a page, a knight, and a king. And sometimes when we speak of characters and of individuals, depending the stage of their lives, they tend to start, even in a relationship, you start as a page, maybe dating, offering love, communication. Then you're a knight, there's some actions put towards in either love and commitment. And then finally, the goal is to be a king. Well, or a queen, but mostly a king, and to master whatever element you find yourself in. I don't know if I'm being clear right now, but we have someone that started as a page. I feel like now they're a knight and they want to be a king. So definitely someone that's very committed to this. Could be you. I feel like it's someone in your energy though, but it could be you. It could be someone you gave multiple chance to. I don't know why that feels significant, and you didn't really believe that they will reach their full potential one day, and now they have. So take it as it resonates, Scorpios. But yeah, this is your reading for the week. But I had the Page of Wands again appear. I feel like they're finally reaching their full potential. Hangman at the bottom of the deck, because you left them behind, and it kind of put them in like a dark night of the soul, where they realized, oh my god, they really like put some more attention to the situation when they took you seriously when you left. And that's when they realized that they really wanted to be a king towards you and no longer a page. Which is, well, let's focus just on the result. Let's not judge that person. I feel like you will have to show them grace if you want them in your life, because they do represent the Ten of Cups. You guys are going to be happy when this whole situation concludes. But you will have to show them a lot of grace, because I feel like you gave them a lot of chances, and they weren't worthy of them before, but they're going to be worthy of it now. But again, take it as it resonates. Of course, if it was someone you gave chances and they, I don't know, they cheated on emotional healing, Eight of Cups, they cheated on you, they hurted you, they were abusive in any type of ways. Obviously, this is not for you and you have to let them go. I feel like this is pretty obvious. Okay, then after Scorpios, we're going to Sagittarius before my cat loses it again, which she just did. Can we have more light, Sam? Or do you... We know you're gonna look scary, Sam. Or we're just gonna do that. It's pretty dark, though. It's a bit better. I have issues with the lighting in my house. I don't like to have too much light, but when I'm filming, I need more light. I'm gonna take a ring light, I think. Sagittarius. Okay, for the week of June 9, for the sign of Sagittarius. Two of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like you finally... Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck and Nine of Wands, when did you earlier? Yeah, you finally found your mojo back. You were stuck in the past for a long time. Quite a long time with the Queen of Pentacles. You were stuck in a situation of the past and now you find your mojo back. The Two of Pentacles, you know, it speaks, is juggling. But I feel like now you're juggling maybe the situation where you were stuck in the past left you paralyzed and unable to balance things out, and now you're able to juggle. Take it as it resonates, but maybe going to the gym and starting to go to the starting to take acting classes, and by that I mean finding a balance in your everyday life when it's not just stuck on whatever you had in the past. You having balance between your work-life balance, having a social life, but also taking care of yourself, maybe starting to learn a new language, maybe starting to drive for someone. But yeah, there's that sense of finding your mojo back and being active and confident again, and not as most specifically not being stuck in the past as you previously were. Whew. A lot of things just came out at the same time. What else? Can we clarify the Two of Pentacles for the Sagittarius? The Devil, Capricorn energy. I'm not going to show it because we have Adam and Eve on the bottom just getting it on, but we have the Devil. The Devil speaks a lot about, it can be addiction, insecurities, it could be also like some of those impulses or those desires that we're not supposed to speak on, desire of the flesh, desire of the darkest desire of what society considers to be the darkest desire, which I find crazy because the desire of the flesh to be like, we literally exist because people get laid. Like it's, and I will take the time to go deeper on the subject, but yeah, sometimes, yeah, I'm not gonna do this right now. What did I wanted to say? It kind of confuses me. Temperance, which is your energy, Sagittarius. There is something around shame. I don't know why, like there is something around shame and around you having to defend who you are and defend what you want to do, what you like, what your desires are. Again, take it as it resonates. Maybe it could be about sexuality. Maybe it could be someone, I don't know, like liking a different gender or liking their own gender. When I want to say liking a different gender, it's because I want to say liking something different than what society dictates you to like. And there was a lot of shame around that. You were kind of stuck in the past. I feel like you were kind of stuck in societal restrictions. I don't know why it's important to say. And now you're balancing things out. I feel like you're able to balance your own identity, with societal restriction, and also with your family restriction. Maybe your family kind of got you stuck in some form of mold of how you're supposed to be, and how you're not supposed to be. And now you kind of find a balance in, I can still be with my family, love my family, be around them, and also still be true to myself, and help those two worlds collide. Helps those two worlds collide, Sam. Get those two worlds, or those two versions of myself collide. Take it as it resonates, but I don't know why. I feel like I have someone who is a certain version of themselves, depending who they are with. So maybe with your friends, with people who knows you on a different basis, you're a certain way, and with your family, with society, you're a different way. You code switch, but not in a racial way, but more in a type of group ways, depending on the groups you're with. And now you're finding it within yourself to just be who you want to be, whoever you have in front of you. You're able to balance those two versions out and to kind of merge them together in front of everyone. I don't know why that just came out, but it did. Yeah, you had to defend your identity, and now you found it and you don't want to let it go. That was weird because I don't feel like the cards that I have necessarily, well, I do. Guys, Sam, stop. Okay. What else do we have? We have Ten of Cups, which gave you some form of emotional fulfillment, to be able to be your own true self, heal something in your heart. One last card, or that's how you're gonna feel this week. Ace of Cups again. A lot of love, a lot of peace. Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Ten of Swords, sorry. Because maybe having to hide some aspect of yourself, or some aspect of your truth, it left you so burdened that you decided that life is, how can I say it? Life is worth for me to be who I need to be, who I want to be, who I actually am. And yeah, Ten of Swords and Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And I'm tired, I'm done and tired pretending to not be who I am, to please others, and having it leave me in Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and Ten of Wands energy, which is the wounded warrior, the defeated warrior, and the overburdened character. So yeah, you're completely not just invested, but dedicated to be yourself, to be your own true self. And I commend you for that, and I congratulate you for that, and keep on doing so. Okay, we have, after Sagittarius, we have Capricorns. Okay, what is the energy this week for the sign of Capricorns? For my Caps. Capricorns, what else do we have this week? Oh, we have the Four of Cups. Stagnation. We have the Devil again at the bottom of the deck. I don't know if it's because I didn't shuffle enough. I think so, because I have all the other cards. Yeah, definitely. I am going to take it in consideration because I have a Four of Swords again that I just got in. You're stuck. We have stagnation, we have procrastination, but we have something that is very conscious and driven by fears and insecurities this week. So I feel like you're not advancing, Capricorns, because you are afraid of something. Not just afraid of something. You know what? I'm going to clarify. Why the Four of Cups for the Capricorns? Why the Four of Cups for the Capricorn this week, for that energy? Why Four of Cups? Oof, I had 2 cards. I had the 2 of Pentacles in reverse and the 6 of Swords. Because you don't want to move on from something. You're staying stuck in a situation that you know is not going to balance itself out with the 2 of Pentacles. That is not going to find any form of, yeah, balance. It's something that is doomed to fail, but you still want to stay in it. It could be a relationship, it could be a work, it could be a friendship, it could be whatever it is for you. Take it as it resonates, obviously. But you are deciding to stay stuck in it. I didn't put them on the gram, so I'm going to ask again, can I have a clarification for my Capricorns? Another 4. 444. 444. 444, it could be very significant to you. Maybe you have an Aries in your life. Maybe you have been seeing those numbers a lot. It kind of tells me that you're staying fixated on something that for you was supposed to be a 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is, you know, it's represented by the altar where people get married. It's usually a card of not success and happiness. It would be more the 6 of Swords, but it's a card of action, a good action, a long-lasting action. And for you, whatever you're staying fixated in is something that with the 3 of Wands you were sure, you were convinced was gonna be some sort of victory and success, and you're having a hard time accepting the fact that it isn't, and you're very much fixated on it because of that. You're more fixated on the time that you invested than on the actual situation and what it's showing you in terms of signs. Like, let's say something is completely rotten, yeah, completely rotten, and you're like, yeah, but I spent so much time taking care of that plant, I cannot accept the fact that it's rotten. Instead of like destroying the plant, keeping the how can I use that that metaphor? Instead of planting new crops and starting fresh, you're keeping that rotten plant because you spend so much time investing in fertilizing and taking care of it, and you're like, nope, I took too much time taking care of that plant. I'm gonna stay focused on it, even though like the leaves are falling on the ground. Like, there's nothing to save. It's done. It's gone. It's rotten. But you're like, nope. I spent too much time investing in it. And this is going to be your energy again this week. I feel like you've been in that energy for a long time. With the story, you have hope that the situation will change. What else do we have for the Capricorns? That's a weird energy though. What else do we have? We have King of Cups in reverse. You don't have 4. We have all of the 4s, like the 4 4s. 44 could be of importance. Yeah. You have no feelings toward that situation. I feel like it's more about fixation. Like, yeah, you don't have any positive feelings. Like, it's more about ego. Not just ego, but yeah, yes, it is about ego and pride. One last card for my Capricorns, because I don't like to give negative readings. We have the King of Pentacles. You guys don't want to let it go. Like, you're like that, I think it's a bull. You're like this bull onto this situation. You're forcing it in. In a way, you're being very forceful regarding that situation because you don't want to let it go. Take it as it resonates, but it could be a relationship that you're currently in that is unsuccessful, and because you again invested a lot of time in it, you don't want to accept the fact that it doesn't make you happy. Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands, you're very defensive, very combative towards taking a deeper look in order to realize what went wrong and that it is wrong. And yeah, you don't want the world with the Six of Cups. You don't want to see something from the past reach an ending and a cycle being completed. I don't know what else to say because it just keeps on going again and again and again. You don't want to let it go. You don't want to let it go. So I don't know if I gave you any information, Capricorns, because that is your reading. Okay. I'm getting the hell out of there. We have then Aquarius. Yes, after Capricorns, we have the sign of Aquarius. For my Aquarius. Sorry. What is going to be the energy for this week? June 9th to June 16th, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, I have written out work in my head. Maybe someone is listening to this song a lot. Maybe someone, again, has found their mojo in their work. Temperance at the bottom of the deck. But it was previously, I'm not going to take it into consideration. Can I have more? We have Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. No, not at the bottom of the deck. That just fell and I put on the deck. Financially, things might have been complicated lately for some Aquarius. It's not no more, or it's about to get better. It's a situation that got you very stressed out with the Eight of Swords. But you're in a work. So things are gonna get better. Ace of Pentacles, you probably might have found a new passion, new work, maybe a new field. Take it as to resonate. But yeah, this week you're gonna focus on your work in order to get out of financial crisis, or get out of the financial crisis you were previously in. What else do we have? What else do we have? We have the Seven of Swords. Oh, I don't like this one. I'm gonna clarify it with another deck. Seven of Swords sometimes can talk about some trap. So beware if, because we are talking about work. Make sure that maybe if you joined, I don't know, maybe a new company, or you're signing a contract, be sure to read the fine prints, like all of the contract, all of the alineas. We say alineas in French. I don't know if we say that in English. But all of the little aspects there is to know about the situation in work. Make sure that you are aware of everything, that you made your research, and that you're completely sure of yourself before signing, because I don't like that Seven of Swords. Can we clarify the Seven of Swords, please? Just the Seven of Swords. Why the Seven of Swords in this situation? Two of Pentacles. What else? Five of Swords and Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, I don't know why I feel like something wasn't very clear, and you will have to defend your interest in some ways. You will do so, but yeah, maybe you jumped into something a little bit quickly, and you're now realizing that you might have not taken the time to read all of the fine prints, and now you will have this week to kind of fight in order to not be trapped in something that is not okay with you. It could be in terms of salary. Maybe, I don't know, they didn't tell you that the bonus was going to be given this way instead of this way, or they say they were going to be given this way, and when you sign and you're in the company, they're like, by the way, it's actually going to be this way, and you're like, nope, 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 that's not what we agreed on, and I'm not okay with it. So yeah, you will have to defend yourself in some situation and make sure that you don't fall into a trap. I don't know why it is so important to say, but it is. One last card, because this is depleting me. For the Aquarius, please. And we have 5 of Swords. You will have to defend yourself. With the 4 of Cups, it could be also maybe something that you have procrastinated about. It could be a fine. I don't know, maybe you received a fine 3 months ago. You were supposed to pay it within 90 days and you forgot, or you were like, oh shit, I'm gonna do it next month, and then now you have to pay double on it, something like that. But you will have to defend yourself in a situation that's put you in financial crisis because you procrastinated on it, and you kind of put yourself in that situation, and you will have to defend yourself from it. I don't know where I went with this. Take it as it resonates. Then I'm gonna end with my Pisces. Okay, for the sign of Pisces, what is gonna be the energy for this week for the Pisces? King of Cups, Scorpio energy. The Star and the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Take it as it resonates, but I feel like someone is going to be love bombing you this week. Someone is going to come being like some Prince Charming with a lot of hope, maybe they've realized something, or they're going to tell you that they realized something. Maybe you have realized something that's giving you hope in a love situation. But there's a lot of being very extra romantic, very love bombing. I don't know why. Take it as it resonates, always. Sorry, can you clarify why the King of Cups for the Pisces? Why the King of Cups for the Pisces? 1 hour and 7 minutes. Another 7 of Swords. 3 of Cups. You're gonna be love bombed, or are you the love bomber, Pisces? Because with this 3 of Cups, I feel like someone was put in a third situation. They could have been cheating, they could have been infidelity, but there were more than one person in a relationship or connection of some sort. We have a Knight of Cups, which is you, Pisces. What else do we have? The Fool, strong Aries. Queen of Pentacles, oh my god. What else? I have a story showing itself, but I hope it's not the case. King of Wands. We have someone that's gonna come very boastful. Yeah, boastful. Very bold too. Profess you their love, their commitment, asking for a new beginning. Being very seductive, they're gonna show you cups and wands, so passion, fire, and also some romance, sentimentality. They're gonna show you some types of feeling, and beware, because I do feel like it's a trap. Or maybe before that person weren't acting very truthfully, they weren't very honest with you. I I don't trust them. Pisces, so five of Pentacles, maybe it's someone that left you in the cold before. Five of Cups, they've left you very much depressed. A lot of fives. And now they're gonna come like Prince Charming, like everything's gonna be good. Now we're gonna get married. Now we're gonna be happy. And I feel like they're gonna come with a lot of big promises, a lot of big words, but no apology for their behavior from the past, and that is a red flag. Like if we cannot acknowledge where things went wrong, are we supposed to build something new over the crumble and rumble of the previous situationship? Like now we have to destroy everything, you know, like when you're planting stuff, like you have to crush the ground in order to be able to put the seeds and to water it down. First of all, the ground needs to be not crushed. There's a specific word that I cannot give you in English, don't ask me too much, but you have to work the ground first in order to plant the seeds, because of, I don't know, rain, or there was grass, there was something on the ground before. You have to work on the ground in order to put the seeds for them to grow. And it's someone that's just gonna pull they're just gonna put a lot of seeds on a unworked ground. You, in that situation, your previous situation to the both of you is the unworked ground. I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't think that I am. Here I do, but do I on the video? But yeah, beware. With the Hermit at the bottom of the deck, I feel like you're very much... Oh, you have the Queen of Wands. The situation left you in hermit mode. It gave you time to be very observant, and now you know your shit. You're very confident. You know what's up. And I do see a Two of Cups. I do think that you're gonna be in union with this person, but make sure you guys have settled all that needs to be settled and have talked about things that were done in the past in order to start fresh, start new. Like you cannot start fresh with unresolved trauma, emotion, feelings, resentment still lingering in the situation. Okay guys, do I do a collective? You know what, I'm gonna do a little collective for the collective and then we're done. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle good because we have all those signs that give all of their energy. I really need to have a ring light. And one last time for my collective. Okay, for the collective, for anyone and everyone that might feel compelled to watch this, for whom it's gonna resonate. Ooh, we have the Lovers, the Ten of Swords, and the Sun that wanted to fall. What is gonna be their energy for this week? June 9 to June 16, we have the Strength. Me dancing to the music, to the beat of my own drum. Ooh, that feels significant. Someone is gonna dance to the beat of their own drum this week. I feel like someone is very confident in themselves, in their, not just their strength, but their weaknesses, in the sense that I have someone that knows themselves. And because of that, it's resonating with Sagittarius. Maybe you have strong Sagittarius in your chart. But because they now know themselves, they're very much strong in how they approach life and how they show themselves in life. How you appear, how you present yourself. You don't present yourself because of societal restrictions. How can I say? Are you not trying to fit a certain a certain mold? You are the freaking mold. You are the mold that people should try to get into. Sam, what are you? Are you sure you're gonna do this collective? But yeah, I feel like someone is gonna dance to the beat of their own drum. Someone just want to be themselves. They want to take their own decision, and they want to stand by their decisions. They want to stand by the things they actually want to do, and not what society, their family, their surrounding, their social group, whatever influence they may have in their life want to dictate. They want to be themselves, and they want to dance to the beat of their own drum. That's very significant. Nine of Swords in reverse. I feel like it comes after a long period of feeling frustrated, anxious about maybe not fulfilling the expectation of others, and now there is definitely a strong desire to only fulfill your own expectation, the one that you want to set for yourself, collective. What else do we have? A Two of Cups. We have Union, Emperor, and Hierophant. Oh my God. Aries and Taurus. With the Strength, we have Leo, by the way. With this Two of Cups, I feel like there is a union, but within yourself, with the Emperor and the Hierophant. This is some very, very strong energy of I own my shit. Someone feels like they own their shit. Like they fell, but they got back up again, and the person that they are now is deserving of not only being celebrated, but being loved, being shown, being proud. Yeah. This union is within yourself. It could be with someone else, obviously, but I feel like there's something about you being, Four of Swords, recalibrating of the mind. Yeah, you being okay with your own self. Not just okay, but you being happy with your own self. It's under this, it's two characters hugging each other, but it's like you're hugging your inner self, your inner child. It's about you and the vision that you have of yourself. Maybe you were really harsh with yourself before, nitpicking like all of your flaws, either they're physical or behavioral, and now you're like, I love who I am with the good and the bad. I love who I am. I totally shifted my view and my mentality. Yeah, I left in the past how I used to see myself, and now I actually see myself and I love what I see. It's very much turned towards the self. That's beautiful, collective. One last card for my collective, because Ace of Pentacles, I love. I'm finishing the reading with the card I started it with. I love it. And yes, Ace of Pentacles, new beginning, Knight of Swords. I feel like you are opening your mouth. Mouth? I don't know. I feel like you're talking though. I feel like you're not afraid to express yourself, express what you want to express. That, yeah, it is a new beginning. It might feel weird because it is a new beginning, but nothing has changed as per se. Like the sun is still rising as it did yesterday, and it's still the same little world, but you're a totally different person. But at the same time, you're the same person. It's just that now you feel confident in showing to the world who you are, and it's like everything is different for you. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you for all. If you've watched again, I will advise you to watch your moon, sun, moon, Venus, and rising sign. Usually I should have said that in the beginning of the video, not at the end, but if you are still watching, do it this way. Thank you for your time. I'll see you probably next Sunday. I'm gonna try to at least do the all signs weekly energy, and normally maybe for a sign or collective reading this week. See you next time.